November 24th, 2025, Rovaniemi stands still, locked in a world of ice at minus 42 degrees Celsius. The Kemijoki River, once flowing, is now a silent, frozen expanse. Snow squeaks underfoot, a sound unique to the deepest cold, where all moisture is gone. Life adapts. The people of Lapland are resilient, but this cold is different, penetrating walls, freezing breath, and turning eyelashes to frost. Even the pine trees seem to brace themselves, their branches heavy with glittering hoarfrost. The town glows under streetlights, shadows stretching across pristine snow, softened by suspended ice crystals. Cars groan to life, exhaust hanging in the air, as residents layer up for even the simplest errands. For children, the snow is too dry to build snowmen. Instead, they watch bubbles freeze and shatter in mid-air. It's a lesson in physics, taught by the environment itself. This cold is more than a number. It transforms every aspect of daily life. The familiar becomes extraordinary, and beauty is inseparable from the harshness of nature's power. Here, survival is a ritual, and wonder is found in the smallest details. In Lapland's deep freeze, the world is both magical and merciless. Why has this brutal cold gripped Lapland? The answer lies in the polar vortex, a spinning mass of frigid air above the North Pole, usually contained by the jet stream. This year, the jet stream weakened, letting Arctic air spill south. La Niña, with its cooler Pacific waters, disrupted global weather, nudging the jet stream off course. Cold, dense air from the Arctic poured into Europe, displacing milder air. This isn't a storm, but a silent invasion. Weather maps show a deep purple mass engulfing Scandinavia. The Earth's climate is deeply interconnected. What happens in the Pacific and Arctic shapes life in Lapland. The polar vortex's escape is a planetary dance, and we're feeling its coldest steps. This event is a reminder distant forces can have immediate, dramatic impacts. The science is clear. Our world systems are linked in ways we're only beginning to understand. Today's freeze is the result of a global chain reaction. Scientists saw this coming. Satellite data showed the Arctic Ocean freezing slower than usual, releasing extra heat and weakening the polar vortex. Supercomputer models predicted a sudden stratospheric warming, a rapid temperature spike high above the pole that disrupts the vortex and pushes cold air south. Historical records reveal this is a record-breaking November cold for the region. Comparing past and present, scientists see a trend: cold snaps are growing more intense and frequent as the polar vortex weakens. This freeze is more than a local event. It's a data point in a larger, troubling pattern. The story is one of scientific vigilance, piecing together clues from satellites, ocean temperatures, and old weather logs. Each bit of evidence tells us the Arctic is changing and its warnings are growing louder. We have the tools to listen if we choose to pay attention. The deep freeze is both a challenge and a call to action. Lapland's deep freeze is just the beginning. Arctic air is spreading south, promising a harsh winter for Europe. Sweden and Poland will see temperatures plunge, with heavy snow disrupting daily life and straining infrastructure. Blizzards may isolate communities, while persistent cold tests energy supplies and emergency services. Even the UK and Germany will feel the chill, with snow and ice reaching places unaccustomed to such extremes. The beast from the east setup could bring prolonged snow, recalling past winters that brought cities to a standstill. Preparation is key. Governments, businesses, and individuals must brace for disruption. Energy grids, transport, and community support will be tested. The freeze in Lapland is a warning. Europe must get ready for winter's full force. This is the first chapter of a continent-wide story. The Arctic's influence doesn't stop at Europe's edge. Our climate is a single, interconnected system. When the jet stream wobbles, cold air plunges south in one region, while warm air surges north elsewhere. This dynamic can trigger extreme winter weather in North America, even reaching Texas, and ripple across Asia, altering monsoons and rainfall. These teleconnections show that droughts, floods, and freezes are all linked chapters in the same global story. The cold in Lapland is not isolated. It's a symptom of a system under stress. We all share the same atmosphere, and every disruption has far-reaching consequences. Our weather is global, and so are its challenges. It seems strange, but record cold is tied to global warming. The Arctic is warming twice as fast as the rest of the planet, a phenomenon called Arctic amplification. As the Arctic warms, the temperature difference between pole and equator shrinks, weakening the jet stream. A weaker jet stream wobbles, letting Arctic air spill south and tropical air surge north, creating weather extremes. Like a spinning top losing speed, the jet stream becomes unstable, unleashing both heat waves and cold snaps. So, while the planet warms, our weather grows more volatile. Hotter summers, harsher winters. These extremes are not contradictions, but symptoms of a disrupted climate. The cold in Lapland is a direct result of warming at the top of the world. Our new reality, more unpredictability, driven by a warming planet. The science that explains our crisis also points to solutions. To restore climate stability, we must cut greenhouse gas emissions fast. This means shifting from fossil fuels to renewables, driving innovation and new jobs. Governments must set bold targets and policies, but businesses and individuals play vital roles too. Every action counts: energy efficiency, sustainable choices, and supporting green initiatives. International cooperation is essential. Climate knows no borders. The path is challenging, but hope lies in collective action and determination. The cold in Lapland is a warning and a catalyst for change. We have the knowledge and tools. Now we need the will. While we tackle climate change, we must also adapt to its realities. Staying informed and prepared is practical wisdom. Monitor forecasts, insulate homes, and keep emergency supplies ready. Dress for the weather, know the risks, and look after your health. Community resilience matters. Check on neighbors, share resources, and build support networks. Local groups and centers can provide vital information and shelter during extremes. Sharing stories makes climate change personal, inspiring action. Building resilience is about awareness, cooperation, and compassion. We're stronger together, facing the future with confidence, not fear. Every step to prepare makes us more resilient. Lapland's frozen silence carries a message for us all. Our world is deeply connected. The Arctic's warmth drives Europe's cold, and weather ripples across the globe. These are not isolated incidents, but signals from a planet in distress. Yet our interconnectedness is also our strength. Every positive action creates a ripple of hope. Governments, companies, and individuals all shape the future. We are not bystanders, we are the authors of our story. The future is unwritten, but we have the knowledge and tools to choose a better path. Let's heed the message from the frozen north and work together to protect our only home. The time for action is now.